Well, it's just gone 2 minutes past 6 here on Classic Business on Classic FM 102.7, and it's time for the SME feature brought to you by Trudon. It's their business to grow your business. Now, the living room in the Maboneng precinct was bedecked in yellow last Thursday. We had yellow drinks, yellow decor, yellow fingers, all at the official relaunch of the Yellow Pages. And at last, you'll have a use for the Yellow Pages other than a doorstop. Well, the lady sitting opposite me is grinning from ear to ear. Itumeleng Matlaila, Chief Marketing Officer of Trudon, the company behind the Yellow Pages, and sponsor of our SME feature as well. So welcome to the show, Tumi.
Thank you, Michael, and hello to the Classic FM listeners.
Now, let's get the obvious on the table first. Why has it taken Trudon so long to realise that almost everyone searches for information online now?
And I guess it hasn't taken Trudon long, because we've had the online Yellow Pages for the longest time. And we have a lot of digital products that most people do not know of. So what we're trying to do now is to make the Yellow Pages, which is a heritage brand, something in marketing that we call a master brand. So we're not necessarily changing anything. We're just bringing all those innovative products under one umbrella, under one brand that has more heritage, so that when we do use our marketing spend, people will be able to associate the products with a name they can trust. Because we realized through extensive research that Trudon doesn't have a high affinity with advertisers and consumers. So any amount of marketing activity we threw towards it didn't yield as much results as it could have if it was a more established brand.
Like the Yellow Pages brand. And I think many of us who've grown up with the Yellow Pages remember the Let Your Fingers Do the Walking ad campaigns. It still has a lot of traction, a lot of brand value. Just take us through the history of what you've referred to as one of the country's heritage brands.
Absolutely. So I guess this brand started 68 years ago when it was legislation, it still is, for all the telecom numbers to be listed in a directory. So using today's speak, I would say the Yellow Pages won the tender. and and that's what the Yellow Pages has been doing. But through research, consumers are telling us that it's been in the home. So they have such a strong bond with the Yellow Pages brand. We didn't have any holy cows. When we started our research, we were even considering changing the name. But after, consumers and users told us that, no, don't change the name, we realized when we were trying to research this brand that people didn't reduce their usage of the product because they didn't like us. They reduced it because it was no longer relevant to search through the book as it used to be in the past, and they were not necessarily aware of digital ways of searching for information. So we decided, keep the name, but change everything.
Keep the name and change everything. One of the things that has changed is the new logo, and it has as its brand manifesto. I know your marketing people love your marketing speak. Your brand manifesto is don't search, find. Some subtle yet important changes there.
Yes, absolutely. So we're excited to have launched Yellow Pages app, which we've been testing for a year. And it does a whole host of things. It even has a chat functionality. So the whole idea around Don't Search, Find was we wanted to differentiate ourselves. I'm not going to talk about the big G, which I suppose most people see that as the go-to search platform. And we stood back and said, we can't go into the market and want to differentiate ourselves and still talk about search. And we realized, or at least we believe, that finding is better than searching. So we're saying, if you want to search for stuff, go to the big G. If you want to find stuff, come to the Yellow Pages. So we can't just say that if we don't have products to support it, which is what excites us about our app, because it's hyper-local. So it will show you services that are close to you. You can see the picture of the person that you're contracting with. You can see the average price, the call-out fee. You can see pictures of previous work done. So people get a greater confidence of this person that they're transacting with. And there's great innovations along the way. We will be able to issue invoices on the same platform. You'll be able to, just like WhatsApp, to see when someone is online and offline. So we see this as just taking the finding to the next level, where you're not just searching, but you're speaking to someone in your area and getting the services that you need.
And that really does speak to building on the tools that are available via technology today that lend themselves towards a more trust-based interaction between an end user of a service and the provider of that service.
Absolutely. And what I'd like to highlight with our Yellow Pages app is that we've got ratings. So just like Uber not forces you, but encourages people to rate the driver, we have a similar thing, so that with time, people can see what ratings the service providers have been getting, and you choose. So it's not about getting 100 people, it's about getting the 3 best plumbers in your area. You just call 1 or 2 of them, you get the answer that you need. You can see how much they're going to charge you before you even pick up the phone. You can chat to them to see when they're available, and there you go.
And how do small businesses go about getting registered on the app?
I'm glad you asked that question. So registration is free, so small businesses go register. And by small businesses, we don't necessarily mean established businesses as well. I don't know about you, but I know a lot of my friends who will be selling clothes from the boot of their cars or selling weaves. So there's a lot of people who are working full-time.
Absolutely, or just using things like Instagram, for example, to market their products that they store at home.
Absolutely. So we see this app to be awesome for that because it's free, and yet you can still have your day job and have your business. So it's free to register. You just download the app from the App Store or from the Play Store, and you follow the prompts, as well as users. So if you want the service, same thing, you download the app from the App Store or the Play Store, and there you go.
That said, though, I see print isn't altogether dead, which I think will please some diehards. What are you going to do with the hard copy Yellow Pages?
So we're happy to report that print is not dead. It's very much alive. In fact, there are customers who phone us demanding it if they don't get it on time. So what we'll do is, with time, obviously, we also upgrading the look and feel to the new Yellow Pages corporate identity, and it's a perfect product. Our consumers that use it and love it want it the way it is. What we'll be doing is we'll be modernizing the look and feel, making sure that it's more relevant. If we need to reduce the number of pages where possible, we will. If we need to maybe print less, we're going to do so. But for now, it still pays the bills at work, and it's still loved by our customers.
Well, to me, it's great to see that the Yellow Pages is finally making that full digital transition with the app, and I see you've been quietly testing it in the background. It seems to have received a very warm download following already, and no doubt in time it'll become just as synonymous as the hard copy. Thanks for yours.
Absolutely. And we encourage everyone to continue downloading it. For now, we're just telling everyone about it, but we're going to have extensive marketing activity from April onwards, so watch the space.
Itumeleng Matlaila, Chief Marketing Officer at Trudon, sharing a little bit more about the relaunch of the Yellow Pages in this week's SME feature, which is brought to you by Trudon. Remember that running a business is no longer the same. The ever-changing digital landscape can be a source of sleepless nights for business owners, but Trudon has a range of digital marketing solutions to help you grow your business. Trudon, it's their business to grow yours.